5:30. No! Can I sleep some more? Me isn't ready for a new school. Eek! Worried! I woke up to this. I can't even believe my uniform is black. I miss the British uniform. I miss the tie. I miss the formal jacket. I miss it all. I vividly remember my first day in MIS. It seemed to last for an eternity. I would lie awake all night and stare out the window all day in the desperate hope that it was a dream or perhaps a nightmare. I didn't have any special thoughts. Everything was normal and life was fine, the way it always was. On the 29th of August, my world was turned upside down when I realized that the day has come, and that wasn't a nightmare. Tears began running down my face as I was in the car, almost reaching MIS, as if I knew in my heart but was so desperate to be wrong. Why me? Why did I have to go through change? What have I ever done to deserve this? These thoughts immediately crept into my head. I began leaning down on the window and tearing a little, knowing that I will have to go to a new place, to a new school, knowing that there will be a significant change for the first time in 5 years. I missed the other route to my school. It all changed. Now I have to go through this long, quiet, boring one. Not looking forward to it. And here I arrive to school. At that point, I thought I would cry forever. I was crying because my life had just changed forever. I stood in the middle of the queues as students lined up for a new day of school, chatting to each other about what they did in the summer holiday. Only I was lonely, no funny teacher to laugh with, and no friend to lean on. I stepped inside the building for the first time, and the first thing I saw was the stairs, and the elevator on the right, and the rush of the students up the stairs, and then the elevator on the left. Oh my god, what a big school was my first exclamation I said. I was so shocked at how big the school was. I couldn't cope with all of this. I was so terrified and scared and didn't move from my place that Dr. Sue had to come up to me and tell me to calm down and that it was all gonna be okay. She told me that my class was 9C. I tried to remember that, and then she told me that Alana will give me a tour around the school. She told me to go to the library upstairs, and I didn't know they have many classes here because in Phoenix there was only one class of each grade, and I said okay, and I tried to remember that. I didn't even know where the library was. By the way, true fact, throughout my first 3 months here, I had always got confused where the library and the cafeteria were. Sometimes I thought the cafeteria was upstairs and the library was downstairs, and vice versa, so it was a struggle for me. Anna gave me a cute note from the MIS Student Council along with a chocolate. She instantly became someone I liked here. The card read, "Welcome to MIS. We have found a small place for you in our small little family, and along with learning, we hope you build as many memories as possible. Whatever you do, work at it with all your best. We encourage you to show us your creativity. Enjoy the adventurous roller coaster of high school. The Student Council." My class was 9C at the start, as this is what the school has assigned me. It was not a good environment to grow in. I would always get meltdowns almost every day. I had true depression, the feeling of loneliness, the feeling that no one appreciates me, no one knows what I can do, no one cares about me, No one would even bother to smile to me. I hated this school. I hated it so badly. And I would always imagine sitting next to my best friend Radia during break times and chatting about our lives. Or whenever I want to chill on the playground with my sister. Or when we took selfies on our way to school almost every morning. Or whenever I baked cakes for the World Scholars fundraising. And also not to forget all the amusing art classes and also the old boring speeches and the career day interviews and the sports day fun with my bestie and the word scholars fun and when my sister was once a pirate and when I met my principal on the plane and when we once had to parent an egg. It was so funny. And the fun times in classes with all the great teachers and the talent shows, all of this was going through my mind. I was always lonely during break times. My place at the beginning was next to the lockers. You would always see me there. I would cry and eat painfully and look around for anyone to say hi to me or even smile to me. I felt like trash. Maybe I am really worthless. Maybe I don't deserve to have friends. Maybe I don't deserve to be loved. And the lessons were even worse. I was tired of my class. I wish I had a motivational class who worked quietly and didn't disturb others. That was all I wanted. That is my wish. I wouldn't ask for more. There were some nights which I didn't sleep well in, and I was working in school to the best of my ability, and no one appreciated anything. Why should I even work? Why should I continue if no one acknowledged anything? The teachers would keep shouting to the class, "Do your work! Listen to me! No need for drama! Why is no one paying attention?" These things made me discouraged. I kept comparing every single little thing in this school to Phoenix. All I wanted was to go back there and hug everyone and tell them how badly I missed them. I miss their ways of teaching, I miss my dear friends, I miss how small the school was and how everything used to be. I miss that beautiful community. I cry myself to sleep every night. I wished there was someone who cared about me. My favorite teacher used to say, "It's how you react to your circumstances that shape you." I tried to embrace the changes and maybe not look at it in a negative way. Maybe I just had to wait for the map test results and the report. I waited one whole quarter. And on the 11th of November of 2018, I had finally reached my wish. I achieved my goal. It was my first day in 9A, free of sufframent. As the weeks passed, I began feeling nostalgic to my old school again. I remember on one of the days in November, I felt lightheaded and almost fainted from how sleep deprived I was. Then December came and we had a field trip to Engineering Forgets Thing. Then 2019 came and I was like, new year, new me, but nothing changed and the thoughts of loneliness crept through my mind again. Whenever I go to any lesson and it usually made me cry, I try to be strong and adapt to all of this, but it's not in my control. I remind reminder I kept telling myself was to smile more. I realized that what makes a difference between a bad day and a good day is our own attitude. There were specific days where I was extra happy. These days may have been when one of the adults in the school spoke to me, or a classmate decided to share something with me to cheer me up. Those little things may have meant nothing to them, but meant the world to me. The more I grew, the more I understand the situation which I'm in and start to embrace it all. I started to see the light in people around me, and I started to appreciate everyone better. I understand that people move on in life and nothing will always be the same. Life is basically a roller coaster. So many ups and downs. And I believe that this experience has taught me a lot, especially looking back at myself 8 months ago. I wanted to tell my old self to stay strong and fight through because it was all gonna be okay. These were just one of the tests in life. I remember in mid-February I started to learn that everything heals. This is what I learned. I learned that everything heals. Your body heals, your heart heals, your mind heals, your soul repairs itself, and your wounds heal, and your happiness is always to come back. Bad times don't last. We then had an emergency travel plan in March for 2 weeks. And when I came back, I had missed so much work. I had 3 map tests and about 12 more tests. It was crazy. I couldn't catch up with anything. My stress levels were so high, for 2 weeks at least. Plus all of that, the school decided to cancel the World Scholars. I was very upset about this at the beginning, probably the moment where I was most disappointed in my life. I studied quite hard for this competition and I was so excited to see my friends and some of my teachers again, but the school easily cancelled it. And I think looking back at this, I was definitely so mad at the start, but now I feel like I'm adaptable to rejections and I understand that plans will change accordingly. It taught me not to waste my time on trivial matters in life. Nothing deserves all of this. To sum up, my first year in MIS has been a crazy year with lots of lessons to take out from, and here I will share with you my top 3 lessons that I learned throughout my first year of MIS 2018/2019. It's important to face your fear, and my fear was change. I dealt with all discomfort that comes with being a new student. Change exposes you to a wide range of new ideas and new attitudes. Every school is different. That is what I learned. Every school is different. Each group of classmates or each group of students comes with its own challenges and strengths. Every community has its own unique cultural qualities. When you stay in one place for a long time, it's easy to forget that things might be done differently elsewhere. And this is one of the things I learned. And lastly, change helps you to grow and learn new skills. When you change schools, everything is new. Although this means everything is uncomfortable for a while, it also means there's a lot to learn. So the key is to keep going and not to look at the negative stuff, and to know that ultimately you will grow through this experience and you will learn new skills. What a year! feel like it has been a crazy year. I would like to thank everybody who has been a part of it and has made my days better and better. Now, looking forward for the next year and all the years to come. Thank you.